Question is, how do you set boundaries? And this is really, really difficult for codependents to even start, because codependents have spent their whole life worrying about everybody else's needs and emotions and what they want, and not really discovering what they themselves want. So that's the first step, is you have to know, what is it that I want? What makes me feel safe? What makes me feel loved? And you have to come up with kind of like a list of those things. Sometimes we come up with the list based on what we have received that we didn't like either. But for the most part, what I do is I just pay attention to what I'm feeling and what my gut says. If I'm in a situation with someone and I feel like, that was weird. They were cross, they were mean, they were insensitive. And I always ask first for clarification. Ask before you assume, always, because our communication styles are so differently, and a lot of us codependents are overly sensitive in a lot of areas and take things personal that we shouldn't take personal, and we should be seeking to understand rather than accuse. So ask. If you discover that they're being just blatantly mean to you, or even if they're not, and it still makes you feel uncomfortable, you don't like how they joke with you or things make you uncomfortable, then just tell them, hey, that makes me uncomfortable. Do you mind not doing that in the future? They'll say, yeah, sure, no problem. Or they'll say, oh my God, you're too sensitive. If they say, oh my God, you're too sensitive, then that's when you know, okay, you're not my people. Thanks, I'm moving along. And just don't hang around those people. If they say, yes, I will work on that, and they really do make an effort to work on that, then show them appreciation for that. But if they say yes, and they're just bullshitting you and giving you lip service, and they continue to do it over and over again, you got to walk away. You got to walk away. I was always really good at communicating my boundaries. I just wasn't good at enforcing them and sticking to them. But I think what gets in our way most of the time when it comes to enforcing our boundaries is we don't want to enforce them because we're afraid of being alone. Or we don't want to enforce them because we think we're being like a bad person and selfish. The hardest thing for me was when I knew I needed to enforce my boundaries and I had to go to the no contact, where nope, they could not be in my life anymore. That was hard, but you will feel so free afterwards.